Dave McMenamin, ESPN. Tristan, outside of just yourself being in the starting lineup individually, what did it mean to take the court in a do-or-die Game 7 with those guys that you won a championship with in 2016?
It's nothing like a Game 7. What I was telling the young guys, this is what the playoffs are about. In the Game 7, it separates the men from the boys. You got to give everything you got. And, after Game 6, I looked at Braun, Swish, and Caleb and said, we've been through this before. We've been in Game 7s. We know what it takes. So the new guys are going to look at us. So we got to come out ready to play, whether I'm playing or not, or whether, if you're going offensively, you got to be there mentally for the guys that haven't been there. So I think we did a pretty good job with that tonight.
Tristan, Ron Potesta, the Sports Animal 1390. You mentioned the youngsters not being in a Game 7. You being in the starting lineup, first of all, obviously you accepted the challenge, and you talked about the kids. Were you leading by example as far as letting the kids know, hey, this is how you go about your business in a Game 7?
Well, we won't call them the kids. We'll call them the young men. For me, talking to Larry and just telling him, when you get in a game or Jordan, just be yourself. Just go out there, play hard, give everything you got. For Jordan, pick and rolls, attack the rim, be yourself. We know what you could do. For Larry, be active, set good screens on the switch, with the guards, defend. So that's what I just tell them to do. Just be yourself. Don't overthink the game. I know that the game is the do or die, but when you're within that 94 feet, just go out and have fun.
Tristan, Kenny Roda, WHBC Sports. How do you stay mentally focused in having a very limited role through 6 games? And then, oh, by the way, here it is, do or die, we're starting you tonight.
It's probably professional. You got to stay ready at all times. I give a lot of credit to our coaching staff. For the guys that weren't playing, like myself and Jetty and Big Z, we were coming in early, playing 5-on-5s, just staying in rhythm, because you never know. It's a long playoff journey. I remember our first year all together. Caleb goes down against Boston, and then I get thrown in the starting lineup and had to play big against Chicago with Powell and Joe Kim. So the playoffs it's a long journey. If I'm not on the court, got to be able to cheer my teammates on, and from the sideline, be there mentally and keep guys locked in and focused.
Scott Sargent, WFNY, not to get too far ahead, but how do you feel your style will translate to the next series compared to the bigs and what Indiana threw at you?
For me, I just do what's got me here, which is playing hard, competing, setting good screens, and just trying to wear out the other bigs on the defensive end and offensive rebounds. So I know we got Valanciunas and Ibaka and Siakam and Portal, who have all been playing pretty well this whole season. For me, just being active whenever my number's called, and just try to wear them out.
All those guys you just listed, how do they compare to what you just faced in Miles and Booker and the rest of the bigs in Indiana?
Sabonis is a hell of a player. He's a very promising big. He gets to that left hand, physical, strong. So he's kind of similar with Valanciunas in terms of they're looking to score and they're being aggressive on the offensive end. With Booker, it's kind of like Siakam. Very athletic guys. You got to keep them off the glass, take away their energy. Ibaka, he's spacing now and shooting a three. If you jump on his pump fake, he's in a drive down right, trying to dunk. So everyone's got their tendencies, but I think this Indiana team was a good test for us in the first round. Got us going. For the new guys, let them know this is what the playoffs are about. So I think we learned a lot from this series.
Tristan, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. When did Ty let you know that you were going to start, and how did you respond?
I was in the weight room yesterday before practice, just doing my daily routine in the weight room, and he just came up to me and said, I'm going to start you tomorrow. And I said, say no more. At the end of the day, we're all professionals, and me and T. Lou, we've been through years together. So my number's called. Got to be ready to be there for my guys, especially what's on the line, win or go home. So when he told me I'm starting, just locked in and said, it's time to come up and step up.
And you mentioned this series helping you moving forward. Where do you think you guys as a group can benefit the most from a series like this?
I think whenever the games go down the wire, when it's, 3-point game, 2-possession games, that helps us bring us closer together, and we're going to need that moving forward, especially, in Toronto with a very, hostile crowd, and they feed off the crowd. So if they get going early, I think a series like this in Indiana, teaches us, we got to stay together. We got to weather the storm. We just got to keep playing.
Just Tristan, two things. One, how much did just getting a little bit of a run out at the end of the game in Game 6 help you as far as you were saying, getting timing, actually getting game stuff first?
Game 6, I think it was good just so I can get a rhythm, just being out there with the guys and getting up and down and seeing, obviously when you're on the bench watching the game, you get a little cheat code. But once you get out there, you want to be able to see, what moves work, how the coverages are. So, even though it was a blowout, I was glad I was able to get out there just to get a feel for the game so that, if I do get the opportunity to play in Game 7, I'm a little bit more comfortable and ready to play.
Last part of it is just given all that this season has entailed for you on and off the court, how gratifying is it for you to come in and deliver this kind of performance?
At the end of the day, when my number's called, I got to be there for my teammates, be ready to play, and I'm glad we got the win.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. For the longest time there, it looked as if LeBron might play 48 minutes. He ended up finally getting a pretty nice stretch of rest. What does it mean for the other guys on the team to be able to lighten his load in situations like this?
Yeah, when Brown went out and went to the back, G. Hill and Jeff Green, they stepped up, especially G. Hill not playing in the first half, coming in the third quarter and giving us that spark at the point guard position with him and Brown running the 13 action. It was huge for us. He was able to make shots, get to the lane, and put pressure on Bogdanovich to either pick or choose if he's going to stop him or let Brown get the jumper. So when Brown went out, I think it was great confidence booster for those guys to get going, and we're going to need those guys to be huge for us going down the stretch.
When he does so much, so often, is there a little bit of a self-conscious feeling like, we really do need to pick it up or somehow fill in the gaps?
Whenever you got the best player in the world or your leader on the team, giving everything he's got, whether it's, he's playing the point guard position, guarding, rebounding, blocking shots, assisting. For me, and the younger guys, we got to pick it up. We got to give everything we got. If he's giving 100%, we got to give 120. So we got to find that extra boost and go out there and fight with him because, we're a team and he's going to war for us every night. We got to do the same thing.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. You've watched LeBron a long time. Have you, the energy he was expending, is that maybe one of the biggest efforts you've seen from him? And, it looked like his heart was pounding at some points.
I thought I had a good motor, but his motor is unreal. He's got a Lamborghini motor, so it's amazing to see what he's able to do. And you give a lot of credit to how he approaches the game and takes care of his body. Ever since he's come back, he's always told us, your body is what's going to keep you going. You got to take care of it and do the right thing. And for him to be able to do all that, it's unreal. It's crazy, especially in year 15. Jeez, if I could find out the remedy for that, I'll definitely take it. Thank you, guys.